pause this video and grab yourself a notebook or pen and paper, as I'll ask you to note a couple of things down as we go. Let's analyse whether ChatGPT is a good source of academic information or simply the embodiment of plagiarism. Let's ask ChatGPT, what is Maslow's hierarchy of needs? ChatGPT is now providing us with its answer. Okay, now let's ask ChatGPT where it got this information from. As you can see, ChatGPT is telling us that its data generally comes from books, websites and other texts. ChatGPT claims to use psychology textbooks, academic articles and reputable online sources in this specific question. Get your notebook out and write this bit down. It is important for later. ChatGPT claims to use psychology textbooks, academic articles and reputable online sources for this specific response. This answer is still very generic, and I want ChatGPT to be specific about where it got the information from. So now let's ask it, please list the sources for this specific text. Okay, now ChatGPT is confirming it doesn't have access to its training data or the ability to browse the internet. And furthermore, I don't have a list of specific sources to provide for the text I generate. So it's telling us the information is of high quality, but can't tell us where it came from. Interesting. Okay, so let's figure out for ourselves where ChatGPT is getting its text from. Let's scroll up and select a piece of text. These are the most fundamental needs required for survival. Let's copy it and paste it into Google. We will put quotation marks before and after the search term to make the result absolute, meaning Google will only return results that match this exact sentence. Okay, wow, as you can see, we only have one exact match for this sentence. The chances of this are astronomically low, meaning ChatGPT has 100% copied this sentence from a website called cliffnotes.com. Let's go ahead and take a look at the website. As you can see, this information requires you to log in, and it's behind a paywall, which requires a subscription. This does raise questions over the ethical nature of ChatGPT, putting this information into its database. Has cliffnotes.com agreed to this? Is ChatGPT paying cliffnotes.com to use their content? Let's park that for now, we will return to it later. Let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT if cliffnotes.com is a reputable source of academic information. As you can see, ChatGPT is confirming that CliffNotes is okay for a high-level perspective. Still, it's not considered an academic resource as per ChatGPT. ChatGPT then tells us what types of scholarly sources we should be using, namely peer-reviewed and reputable academic sources such as journals and books. Now take a look at the line you wrote down earlier. What happened to ChatGPT using psychology textbooks, academic articles and reputable online sources? Well, okay, so far I'm not impressed. I've asked an academic question and ChatGPT has given me information from a website it confirms is not a reputable academic source. Let's at least see if ChatGPT will credit cliffnotes.com for using its content. Do you use cliffnotes.com in your recommendations? ChatGPT is now confirming it does not have direct access to websites such as cliffnotes.com. Direct is an interesting choice of word. Write that down in your notebook. We will return to that in a moment. ChatGPT also says that its responses are based upon its training data, which went up until September 2021. So, to recap, ChatGPT has given us information. However, it can't tell us exactly where it's from. It doesn't directly use cliffnotes.com, yet clearly the sentence has come from cliffnotes.com. So, if it's not getting the information directly from this website, it must have an offline or cached local copy, which is umbrellaed under the term training data. Well, maybe we just got lucky here. Let's try a different piece of text ChatGPT has given us. Individuals strive to fulfill these needs in a... We will again put this text into Google with quotations to get absolute results. And look at that, 4 results. And at the top is cliffnotes.com. I don't think that's a coincidence, but maybe we got lucky again. Let's check another piece of text. Fulfillment of one's highest potential and personal growth. And we will again put it into Google inside quotations to get an exact match. And here we go, another exact result. This time the text has come from onentrepreneur.com, another non-peer-reviewed resource, which is not recommended for academic use as per ChatGPT's previous confirmation. Let's see if ChatGPT will confirm it has used this website for some of its data. Okay, wow, again, ChatGPT denies that it has used information from onentrepreneur.com, but gives another caveat, unless it was mentioned in its training data, which it obviously was, given there is only one matching result for this text out of the billions of websites out there. In your notebook, please note that ChatGPT uses indirect /offline copies of websites for its information, and it calls this its training data. Let's ask ChatGPT if onentrepreneur.com is a good source of academic information. Okay, well, the first bit is just a lie. Clearly, ChatGPT does have access to at least some of the content on onentrepreneur.com, and again, ChatGPT advises us to only use peer-reviewed sources for academic information, but provides non-peer-reviewed .com information when we ask academic questions. So let's take this deeper and ask ChatGPT to give us some critical perspectives of Maslow's theory. I'll speed this up a little bit, as ChatGPT took a while to spit this answer out. That's right folks, if you want ChatGPT to give you this .com information faster, you need to subscribe to ChatGPT Premium and pay. Okay, now we will take a text segment and search for it in absolute quotations. Lacks sufficient empirical evidence to support its claims. So we are pretty close. 3 results. Let's add Maslow into the search term so we only get the results that talk about Maslow. Okay, now we are down to a single result again, confirming that this text segment comes from a website called psychogenie.com. What's interesting from this is we can see from the result ChatGPT has removed one word from the text string, namely theory, which exposes that part of the ChatGPT algorithm looks for unnecessary words and removes them before presenting its answers to the users. This helps in making the ChatGPT answers seem unique, but it's pretty rudimentary really. It has not attempted to rewrite the segment of text so that it is truly unique. In this case, only one word is different. Well, we know ChatGPT hasn't given credit to any of the sources so far, but let's check this one anyway. Who knows, maybe the developers at ChatGPT have at least some awareness of plagiarism. Hey, ChatGPT, do you use psychogenie.com information in your responses? As expected, ChatGPT is giving no credit to this website, unless it has been mentioned in the training data provided to ChatGPT, which clearly it was. We can also see that ChatGPT doesn't know if psychogenie.com is a good source of academic information, and it doesn't know if the website offers peer-reviewed information. Yet, despite this, it is still using the website for responses to academic questions. Okay, it's almost impossible we got lucky 4 times in a row, but let's check one final piece of ChatGPT text for good measure. Keep watching because we will get to the juicy bit regarding plagiarism after this. Fulfill their needs in a more, with Maslow also in quotations for an absolute result. And ChatGPT doesn't let us down. We have one matching website out of billions, and this time it is issuu.com. As you can see, it's a limited publication we cannot download. Will ChatGPT at least give credit to this website? Of course not. ChatGPT defers to its default answer that it doesn't know this website unless it was included in its training data. At this point, let's remind ourselves of the definition of plagiarism, the practice of taking someone else's work and passing it off as your own. We have now taken 5 pieces of text that ChatGPT has given us and that ChatGPT has not referenced or credited. Furthermore, ChatGPT denies all knowledge of them and insists it doesn't have access to them unless it was mentioned in its training data. In these examples, ChatGPT is the embodiment of plagiarism. Anyone copying text from ChatGPT is simply copying work that has been copied from somewhere else. Let's ask ChatGPT if students should use .com websites for academic work. Wow, ChatGPT doesn't give credit to any of these .com websites, doesn't tell us it's using .com websites for information, and then confirms students shouldn't be using .com websites for academic research. The irony. So, let's ask this so-called AI platform if ChatGPT is a good source of academic information. As you can see, ChatGPT has confirmed that students shouldn't generally be using this software for academic research, but instead should be using scholarly sources such as peer-reviewed journals and books. And I can see why. ChatGPT is taking much of its information from .com websites, which are not recommended for academic research. At least ChatGPT is honest in this regard. If you are serious about your studies and want additional valuable tips, do yourself a favor and like and subscribe to be notified when we release our new weekly content every Saturday.